Hello everyone. So as per your university syllabus, so in the 6.2 paper, so I am going to take Zoo Geography. So let us first know about the introduction to Zoo Geography. So Zoo Geography, it is the branch of science of biogeography that is concerned with the geographical distribution of animal species. In addition to mapping the parent distribution of species, zoogeographers formulate theories to explain the distribution based on information about geography, physiography, climate, and geological history, as well as the knowledge of the evolutionary history and relationship of the animals. So, zoogeography is the branch of science of biogeography that is concerned with the geographical distribution of animal species, and it is incorporates methods of molecular biology, genetics, morphology, phylogenetics, and geographical information systems to delineate evolutionary events within defined regions of study around the globe. And it was proposed by Alfred Russel Wallace, known to be the father of zoogeography. So, Alfred Russel Wallace, known to be the father of zoogeography. And the phylogenetics affinities can be quantified among zoogeographic regions. So, further elucidation the phenomena surrounding geographic distributions of organisms and explaining evolutionary relationship of taxa. And even in the modern day, zoogeography also plays a reliance on geographic information systems to integrate a more precise understanding and predictive model of the past, current, and future population dynamics of animal species both on land and in the ocean. So, understanding correlations of habitat information and the migration patterns of organisms at an ecological level, which allows for explanations of speciation events that may have arisen due to the physical geographic isolation events or the incorporation of new refugia to survive unfavorable environmental conditions. So, here zoogeography is the branch of science of biogeography which concerned with the geographical distribution of animal species. So, this is about the introduction. So, let us know about the definitions of zoogeography. So, zoogeography, it is a science that deals with the geographical distribution of animal specifics, the study of the relationship between the specific animal forms and species and the regions in which they live, or it is also the biological study of geographic distribution of animals, especially the causes and effects of such distributions. So, here zoogeography, it is nothing but the geographical distribution of animals, and also it is defined as it is the science which dealing with the geographical distribution of animals and the biological study of geographical distribution of animals, especially the cause effect of such distribution. So, this is about the definition. So, here studying about organisms or animals, so which are present in different regions or geological distributions. So, now next let us know about the distributions. So, as you know, the zoogeography is the branch of zoology which deals with the geographical distribution of animals, that is calling as zoogeography. So, distribution. So, here distribution is the way in which particular things or in the case of animals or living organisms are spread out over area. So distribution, that is nothing but this spread out over the area of animals. So there are two types of distribution. First one is space distribution and next is time distribution. So space distribution, this is the distribution of animals over area like terrestrial land, so space. And time distribution, that is distribution of animals through geological time, so right from the beginning to recent times, so that is time distribution. So here in space distribution, it is again divides into two types: geographical distribution and bathymetric distribution. So geographical distribution, that is horizontal distribution of animals on earth. Horizontal distribution of animals on earth, that is geographical distribution. Bathymetric distribution means vertical distribution of animals on earth. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ geographical distribution ಅಂದರೆ that is horizontal distribution. Bathymetric means vertical distribution of animals on earth. So there are two kinds in the space distribution. So in bathymetric distribution, again it is divides into three types. That is first one is limnobiotic, next holobiotic and geobiotic distribution. So limnobiotic means distribution of animals in fresh water. So animal distribution in fresh water, that is calling as limnobiotic. Holobiotic means distribution of animals in marine water. So animal distribution in marine water, that is calling as holobiotic. Geobiotic distribution, that means animal distribution over the terrestrial land. So these three are comes under bathymetric distribution. So now let us know about the patterns of distribution. So in patterns of distribution over the world is divided into 5 types. So first one is cosmopolitan distribution. So cosmopolitan distribution, bipolar distribution, discontinuous distribution, endemic distribution and isolation distribution. So here cosmopolitan means the patterns of distribution in which animals are found around all or most of the world, that is cosmopolitan. That means ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಾಸ್ಮೋಪಾಲಿಟಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. Then bipolar distribution. So in this distribution, animals are confined to the poles. So poles of the earth. So here bipolar, that means two poles, so two polar region. So here animal distribution takes place in two poles. So for example penguins, polar bear, so etc. So in bipolar region or polar region. So next one is discontinuous distribution. So in this, some animals are closely related to each other, but somehow distribution in widely areas by some barriers. So such distribution is discontinuous, not continuous distribution. So discontinuous. So for example elephants, tigers, etc. So they are located with some barriers. So such kind of distribution is discontinuous. So next is endemic distribution. So in this, the pattern of distribution in which some animals, that means for endemic animals like rared animals, so those animals are located in some areas. So such kind of distribution is endemic distribution. So last one is isolation distribution. So in this, animals are separated in isolated areas by space from others. So in this, animals are separated in isolated place. So in our isolated space, so separated from animals to other animals. So the isolated space. So for example, egg laying mammals in Australia. So this is about the patterns of distribution. Now next, zoo geography has two major divisions. So one is ecological zoo geography and another one is historical zoo geography. So here in this, it deals the primarily with geological distribution of animals. So in this, first one is ecological zoo geography. So ecological zoo geography attempts to understand and determine the role of the present biotic and abiotic relationship that affects the distribution of a particular group of animals. So ecological conditions or presence of biotic and abiotic interactions, so which affects the distribution of the particular group of animals. So that is calling as ecological zoo geography. Historical zoo geography next. So historical zoo geography is concerned with determining and understanding the origin, extinction and dispersal of a particular taxon. So ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹುಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪರ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ complete organisms. So here determining and understanding about the origin, extinction and dispersal of a particular taxon. So it aims to understand the past distribution of animals that led their present day pattern. So thus it encompasses and makes use of geography, geological history, evolutionary theories, physiography, climatic condition, etc. in their study. So now let us know about the geographical realms. So on the basis of presence and absence of several organisms, the earth can be divided into some regions. So these regions are called as realms. So here several scientists proposed several schemes of realms. So in 1857, so P.L. Sclater divided the geographical areas of the earth into 6 parts on the basis of the distribution of birds. So based on the distribution of birds, P.L. Sclater divided the geographical areas of the earth into 6 parts. Then after that, Alfred Russel Wallace in the year 1876 so published a paper on zoo geographical realms. So he retained the 6 area concept of Sclater but included in his study all the terrestrial vertebrates and invertebrates. P.L. Sclater ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು on the based on the distribution of birds. ಸೊ 6 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ಫ್ರೆಡ್ ರೂಸೆಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಸ್, so he retained this 6 area concept but included in his study all the terrestrial vertebrates and invertebrates. So you can see in this, so P.L. Sclater, so divided the geographical areas, that is on the based on the distribution of birds. So 6 parts. So the only change which made by Alfred was in renaming the Indian region of Sclater to Oriental region. So you can see here in this image. So Indian region, so that is to Oriental region. So the realms which they described were all separated by distinctive barriers from each other. So this according to the Alfred Russel Wallace, so there are 6 parts, that is so here types of geographical realms. So Palearctic realm, Nearctic, Neotropical realm, Ethiopian realm, Oriental realm and Australian realm. So the scheme of division proposed by Wallace, so is presented, Wallace is presented here, and the realms are separated by dotted lines on the world map. So you can see in this image, so here in the dotted line, so dotted line which separate the lines on the world map, so which are known as Wallace's line. So the scheme of division that is proposed by Alfred Russel Wallace, so is presented here, and the realms are separated by dotted lines on the world map which are known as Wallace's line. So this is about the introduction of geography, definition, distribution, patterns of distribution and geographical realms. Thank you.